Welcome to this lecture. So as previously we have generated and displayed images inside our chatbot application using our gifted chat library. But there you can notice inside our application using this image generation library we can generate multiple images, and in our case we are generating two images here. But inside our gifted chat component we are displaying only one image to the user on screen. And now inside our application we are going to make the changes so that we can display multiple images inside our gifted chat library. So in order to do that we need to actually iterate this data array. So as you know that when we use this API for generating images, in the response we are getting a JSON object, and in that JSON object we are getting this data array in which we got the multiple objects which contain the URLs. So if we have set the value for this n to 2, then we will get the two objects or two images generated. And if we have set it to 10, then we will get the 10 objects here. So now inside our application we need to iterate this data array and create and display an image message for each object which is present inside this array. So in order to do that, let's start the process. So here inside this then method we are getting the data or the response from our image generation model. So now here we need to iterate this data array that we are getting in the response, and in order to do that we are going to use a for each loop. So we will use this data which is actually the array, and then we will use this for each loop here. So for each, and now inside this for each loop we are going to access each object which is present inside this data array, and we will name this object like item. And after that, for each item or for each object which is present inside this array, this code will be executed. And here using this item we can get the URL of the image and create a message for it. So here we can cut this code and we can paste it inside this for each loop. So here we are going to paste it, and after pasting it here we need to make a change while specifying the URL. So now we can simply access the URL using this item. So item.url will going to return us the URL of the image that we are generating. And after getting the URL, our message object will be created, and then we are appending it inside our gifted chat. So now as we are generating two images, then here inside this then method, this loop will be executed 2 times, and each time a new message object will be created and it will be added inside our gifted chat. So after running this application, you will be able to see 2 different images here. So let's press Ctrl S and test our application again. So now I will test it using a different command. Like now we want an image of a teddy bear in a blue room. After that, let's send this query and wait for the response. So there you can see our sent message, and we will be able to see 2 images here in a moment. And there you can see 2 images are generated, and these images are quite beautiful and match the description that we just entered here. So you can individually view both of these images. So there we got a teddy bear on a skateboard in a blue room. Similarly, let's look at the other image. And this image is also of a teddy bear on a skateboard in blue room. So our application is working correctly, and using the DALL-E model we are able to generate images and display them inside our application.